guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's story time, as you can see, is going to be a little bit more personal. It's about the time that I had a home invasion at my house while I was home. Okay, so it was about 2 a.m. when I heard a really loud bang. And keep in mind, my room is the first room in the hallway, right from the front door. So I was sleeping. It was a school night, and it was about 2 o'clock in the morning when they kicked down my door, my front door, because it was just one big wooden door. So they kicked it down. They rushed in, and my door was actually locked. But for some reason, I thought that it was like the ambulance or the paramedics or something, because that's not the first time that I've been woken up like that. The first time, it was because the ambulance was home, or was at my house or my friend's house. So I was like, I had that same like memory, so I'm thinking, is it the police? Is it the ambulance? So I reached over, because my door handle of my door is right next to my bed. So I reached over, I opened the door, and then the guy comes in. He has a gun in his hand. He's pointing it at me. He's, cussing at me, telling me, sit down, sit the fuck down, So I sat down, and the first thing that he reached for was my laptop, which I had been working for nonstop for like 4 months straight, because I really, really wanted that laptop. I was so proud of it, which he took. He took all my jewelry. He took all of my mom's money that she had, like, in her wallet. She had some money saved up, all of her jewelry. And they took, like, my Wii, like, any type of, thing that was of a little bit more value they took. Like, he even told me, you're lucky I don't take your Uggs and stuff. Like, I had just got these Uggs, and I was just like, really? Like, that's low. But, so yeah, so they came in, they had guns, they were pointing it at us, and, my mom's is a second bedroom in the hallway, and there's a mirror in the middle of the hallway, so she could see me through the mirror, and I could see her through the mirror. And my godson, no, I'm sorry, not my godson, but my nephew had been spending the night, and keep in mind, at this time, only me and my mom lived together. He had been spending the night. He was probably like 3 years old, and I can hear him from the other room saying, "What are they doing? Why are they taking our stuff, Grandma?" Like, I can hear him saying that, and he's a baby. He was like 3 or 4 years old. And then I could see my mom looking at me through the mirror, like she was trying to see if I was okay, which I was okay. And I went through a whole roller coaster of emotions. At first, I was very shocked. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I was really confused and like dazed. Like, I was like, whoa, what's going on? Like, it wouldn't register to me what was going on. And then after that, I went into like a crying, like I wasn't panicking, but I was really scared. So I was like, like, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was really scared. Like, what if they kill us or something, So I started crying. I was crying. And then after that, I went through a stage of being really angry. Like, after that, I was really upset. Like, I wasn't crying no more. I was really pissed off, and I was like talking back to them. Like, I don't know why I lost my mind for a second. Like, all of our TVs are mounted onto the wall, so they were trying to like break it down, but of course that wasn't gonna happen. So me, being the little snobby bitch that I am, I was right there like, "Hi, yup, you ain't gonna take it. You ain't gonna take it." Like, I don't know what got into me. I was like really upset at that time. So yeah, so I went through a roller coaster of emotions. And going back to something I forgot, right before I opened the door, right when I opened the door and I seen that it was men breaking in, I always sleep with my phone on my bed charging. And right away, I grabbed my phone. I don't even know how I reached all the way over, because it was like kind of off my bed. I had to get off my bed. I snatched my phone, and I like put my phone in my pants. And I remember that when he came in and he was grabbing my laptop and my jewelry, I remember he seen the charger, and he asked me, he was like, "Where's your phone?" And I told him, "I don't have a phone." And I don't know why, I had just got it. It was a BlackBerry when it was popping, and I just said, "I don't have a phone," because I felt like, what if they try to do something? Like, this is my only way to, you know, call for help. So I was not gonna let him have my phone. So I was like, I don't have my phone. And he just kind of just like let it go, because he was just like trying to get everything as quickly as possible. So, and I remembered that I had a knife in my drawer, because the way that my room was set up, or my bed, it had drawers on the side. So I was thinking, like, of course I wasn't thinking I'm gonna kill him, but I was thinking, like, I'm trying to scare them away, you know, but I don't know, like, I don't want it to backfire on me. So that was an experience that was really, really traumatizing. Like, for a very long time, I cried at home a lot, because I felt very unsafe. Because at home, that's the place that you can feel safe, you know, you feel like disconnected, you know, you can, it's like your place to feel safe. And I could not feel safe. I always felt like they were gonna come back, because they didn't get the TVs, or because they didn't get, you know, like huge things, that because they weren't able to take off all of our TVs. And so I was really, really afraid of being, and that same night, me and my mom, we actually spent the night at my sister's house, because we couldn't close the door because the front door was knocked down, and we didn't really have anybody like to call, you know. So we went to my sister's house, we spent the night there. The door was open the whole time, because we didn't have a door. And when we finally got a door, my mom was actually, I know that she was being very strong for me, because I was freaking out after. And she was being really strong. She didn't cry or nothing, not until like we got to my sister's house, you know, and we talked everything through. We called the police. CSI came, like the CSI little group came. They took fingerprints and all that stuff, but what?
I was just looking at you. What do you want?
You're looking at me so hard. You're like. So the CSI group came. They took fingerprints, but unfortunately they were wearing gloves, and they were wearing like beanies with just cut holes in the eyes. They couldn't even afford like real freaking things. But so yeah, and they came, and I thought that was really cool, because I've always wanted to work and like being a detective and such. So I was like, oh, and that's probably the first time that I seen a real gun. So I was also like, I couldn't believe it, and it was like really, it was like this silver gun, really, really shiny. I'll never forget it. And that's also something that I was just like stuck on. Like, I couldn't believe I seen a real gun, and not to mention it was pointed at me. So, but so it was just a really crazy night for me. It was really, really traumatic. Like, I couldn't sleep after. Once everything happened, we were planning on moving out. But my mom was in a situation where she couldn't really afford it, so we were like kind of stuck. We were thinking about it, but not. And she worked a lot at night, so she worked graveyard shift. So at night, when she would be at work, I'll be at home by myself after, and I would just cry and cry and cry, because, and I had to go to school the next day, so I was scared. So I used to sleep in her room, and then I didn't feel safe, so I would just go to school like with no sleep, because I used to just be up the whole night. Just like any noise that I would hear, I'd be like, they're back. And like, I'll be freaking out. I'd call my mom crying, telling her I heard noise outside, they're back. And it would just be like a cat or something. Like, I'll be freaking out. So that was for like a really long time of my life. Like probably like 2 or 3 years of my life that I couldn't really sleep. And that I kept thinking that I heard noises outside and that they're coming to get me, you know. So and still sometimes I still have nightmares about it, and they always switch up, but every time I have nightmare, it's about the same thing. It's always that we're getting broken into, like robbed again, but like this time they take us or something like that. Like, I always have nightmares about it. And after that, we had to get like a lot of things in the house for me to even feel safe, because like I said, my mom was working at night. So we got cameras around the house. We had the alarm put on all of our windows and doors. So, yeah, I was really terrified. But mainly the reason why I wanted to make this video was because I wanted to, you know, like touch the hearts of some people who, I understand that we're in a situation where we don't have that much money, you know, we're in the hood and stuff. But like, don't steal from people, because we work hard for that money. You know, my mom works really hard. She, like I said, she works at night all night. She doesn't sleep that much because she's out there, you know, busting her ass to get money in. And for somebody to just come and take that away from us, like, work for your things. Be someone who can be respectable, who we can, you know, be like, you know, yo, he worked hard, he earned all that money. Not going around stealing it from people, like, that's disgusting. And I feel like those men who did that, it was 3 of them, they're cowards, because they stole from a little girl and her mother. Like, it's disgusting. And it's really sad that I hear, you know, my friends and stuff, because, you know, we live in the hood, so yeah, I hear them saying, oh yeah, like, oh, we're gonna come up on these niggas and all that. But it's like, work for your shit. Like, don't be out here stealing stuff for people. It's disgusting, you know. So after that, I was, you know, like, I cannot associate with people who do those types of things. Like, and I don't mean like, oh, like, you freaking stole a candy bar from a store. Like, okay, whatever. And I'm not saying that that's okay, but I'm saying that that is not as bad as stealing from someone's house, someone where you can, for example, like, that affected my life forever. If I'm at home, and even now, if I'm at home and I hear a noise, I still think it's them. Like, even the most that I try, like, I'm over it, you know, but I still have nightmares, you know. And that's some people who have forever impacted my life, who I will forever remember, like, you know. So it's like, why do that to somebody just because you want to come up on some money, you know? So yeah, that really sucks. So I just wanted to share that story with you guys. I just wanted to spread some awareness, because I feel like sometimes we don't really think about how it affects the person directly. We just become very selfish about it, you know. So I just wanted to share that. Hopefully it can, you know, go around and reach some people, and like, not change somebody's life, but maybe think about it twice, you know. So yeah, that's the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did, like, share, subscribe, please, people. And you guys have a blessed day out there. Be safe and stay good. Love you guys. Stay good. Dumb bitch.